Hi and welcome back. Our lesson today on question tag exercises. The examples are going to be on imperatives. So I hope you are ready. Let's get started. So our first example is wait here. I say, will you? It is not difficult, right? So let's have more examples, and then I explain something that is related to the imperatives or what we do about it. Eat your food. Will you? Start writing. Will you? Go and play. Will you? Sweep the house. Will you? Sit properly. Will you? Remove your shoes. Will you? Switch off the light. Will you? So I'm using the will. Will you is the most common. So this means that it is not only it that is used, or it is not the only one that you hear. So let's move on and have the examples not using will you. Wait here. Would you? Eat your food. Would you? Start writing. Would you? Go and play. Would you? Having more examples, I think, helps a person. It helps a person to get used to a sound, and it makes a person use or remember the examples quickly. Sweep the house. Would you? Sit properly. Would you? Remove your shoes. Would you? Switch off the light. Would you? So you see, now we have used will you and would you. Let's move on. Wait here. Won't you? Eat your food. Won't you? Start writing. Won't you? Go and play. Won't you? Sweep the house. Won't you? Sit properly. Won't you? Remove your shoes. Won't you? Switch off the light. Won't you? So now you see we have used will you, would you, and won't you. Let's move on. Wait here. Can you? Eat your food. Can you? Start writing. Can you? Go and play. Can you? Sweep the house. Can you? Sit properly. Can you? Remove your shoes. Can you? Switch off the light. Can you? Good. Wait here. Can't you? Eat your food. Can't you? Start writing. Can't you? Go and play. Can't you? Sweep the house. Can't you? Sit properly. Can't you? Remove your shoes. Can't you? Switch off the light. Can't you? Wait here. Could you? Eat your food. Could you? Start writing. Could you? Go and play. Could you? Sweep the house. Could you? Sit properly. Could you? Remove your shoes. Could you? Switch off the light. Could you? So you see, could you is correct. Can you too is correct. But could you is better. You remember, if you want to sound polite, so for example, can you help me? Could you help me? Both of them are correct, but you choose could you. You see, would you, and will you, both of them are correct, but would you is better, right? So if you want to sound polite, you change the words, or the way you even sound, the way that your voice becomes, that is important. So do not forget that. So you should know that when you're speaking to someone, you should use could you instead of can you. You use would you instead of will you. I hope you are not confused. Good. So here is the imperatives are going to be, I'm going to use them with do not. I mean, for example, do not wait here. Do not. So I say, will you? Don't worry, I will explain that. Do not eat your food. Will you? Do not start writing. Will you? Do not go and play. Will you? Do not sweep the house. Will you? Do not sit. Will you? Do not remove your shoes. Will you? Do not switch off the light. Will you? Using will you when talking about do not, I'm talking about the imperative for do not. When you use do not, that is what happens, or that is what is used normally. So do not forget that. Do not wait here. Will you? Do not eat your food. Will you? Do not do that. Will you? Do not sit here. Will you? Do not read. Will you? I think that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the topic And I say until